a substitute teacher.
Well, you have been playing teacher today, haven't you?
I have. It's been so fun. I've got to feel what Lindsay feels on a daily basis.
How was it?
It was really fun. For anyone that doesn't know, this week is International Neurodiversity Celebration Week.
That's it.
It's so hard to get that out in one go. But yeah, to celebrate this week, we've been working with Leicester Prison, and it's been really good. The guys are fantastic there. Any like preconceptions that I have of like how scary it was going to be like went out of the window. So we did it together, right, on, when was it now? Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that first experience of it was with you.
They were so quiet Tuesday, so I'm glad that we were there together as well, because that was not the experience I had the first time I went in, where it was very student-led and, like you could just allow the conversation to dictate the direction of the workshop, and then suddenly it was like silence, just waiting for us to deliver, like,
we'll carry on then. Okay.
But yeah, I'm glad it went well.
I feel like it was all really well received. So I got to meet them, set their expectations for today's workshop, which was a more art crafty based one. And a part of me was like, are these grown men really going to want to sit there with like crayons? And
yeah.
So I tried to put it forward, like, don't worry, you don't need to be a fantastic artist. That's not what I'm looking out for. I was like, some of these materials you probably haven't played with since you were kids. Some of you might not have seen some of these materials. Some of them might have kids now that are like I can't play with that with them. I don't know how to use some of these materials. So I was like, this is your chance to use everything that's in front of you. And they all got stuck in. They were ever so quiet, but like focused, but like they're talking about certain things. And yeah, to some degree, everyone just got on with it. And I was so like, oh. And it gets to the point where they're like, showing me their progress. And I'm like, they're like, I don't know how to do this, miss. I'm not very good. When they call you miss.
I know, it's sweet, ain't it? My students still call me miss, and I'm like, oh.
I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. And the ones that seemed like quite quiet on Tuesday started to like open up more. And there was two other guys that joined. And they've all got fantastic creativity, so it was a delight to. I don't know if it was one of them things where like they've jinxed it, where a completely different class of inmates might be a completely different story.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's like it's great, but the thing with teaching is that every day is different, and sometimes that's what makes it so tricky, is that like not knowing what you're going into. But it definitely, when you've seen the room and you've seen the setup and you know what the structure is, it definitely takes the edge off the whole thing anyway. You feel more prepared because you know those elements. So
yeah,
we've got another one on Friday, haven't we?
Very exciting. It's really good. And hopefully, more in the future. People
totally.
taking a different human design seriously. How about that?
I know, it must be that money honey's working.
Oh, speaking of which, I was about to go onto the chat. My mum's finally got home from Portugal, and look what you have.
Oh my God! A brand new jar of money honey.
Did you want this? And I was like, I'm never going to get through this much honey. But I was like, but you know who will? My money honey girl.
Oh my God!
It's so heavy. I can't.
I feel so blessed.
It's the size of my head almost.
That's amazing.
All locally sourced.
Oh, how beautiful!
Whatever the term is.
I love it.
So yeah. But Dane in the chat is saying, heads looking epic. For anyone that's just turning in, they're like, who are these people? I am the substitute teacher, and this is my boyfriend.
I actually am. Now, if people thought we were lesbians throughout the whole of summer last year, they're definitely going to think it throughout the whole of summer this year. So apologies in advance for that stuff.
Yeah, there's no problems with being a lesbian. I just don't mean to cause any confusion.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is like, no offense taken. It's just that's not the setup.
Yeah, unfortunately, I keep catching myself and I'm like, I wish I'd turned the camera around now. Peter was right. You need to film from the back camera.
Yeah, to be fair, mine's obviously on the same, but I've not even had time to put any makeup on or anything. I've literally come straight from the tattoo parlor, straight onto the stream. The house, the bus is an absolute tip. Feel so like overwhelmed, but I was just sat here thinking to myself when I was like waiting for the live to start. I thought, at the end of the day, half a day of putting everything away and tidying, you'd be back on top of it. So it's like it's no biggie, but it's crazy how much that can actually play on your mind, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's like, right, it's just a 15-minute, half-hour cleanup. But then it's like,
It's not, yeah. A 3-day job.
you said today, like, oh, I could come to you to do the podcast. And I was like, where are you going to sit?
Well, that's literally the same situation here. And I was thinking, if I'm already rushing and not sure what time I'm going to be back, and then trying to like get the space ready for a podcast as well, it's just not going to happen.
Who are these people that have like everything just goes
So
right? I don't understand. We're getting
neurotypicals,
waves.
apparently.
Show us your tattoo, please. Yeah. So last
Hey.
Friday, you, what was it? Bold and bold.
Bold and
Took
bold, yeah. Braved the
brave
shade.
and braved the shave. That was what I was trying to think of. You
Yeah,
braved the
well,
shave.
Brave the Shave tends to be the term that the Macmillan charity go for. So that's why I did Bold and Bold, just to try and separate that that's not the charity we're raising money for. But yeah, so I did Brave the Shave and had all of my hair shaved off for a charity on Friday. And then last night, I don't know whether you saw my video on my socials, but I wet shaved it. So
With
it's
help
like,
from Fleur.
yeah, she was so funny. She was not interested in me whatsoever, gave me no attention until I started talking to my camera, and then you just did, you know, like she's thinking, who's she talking to? How dare she talk to someone else? I don't want to talk to her, but I don't want to talk to anyone else either. And then, like, yeah, because I'd got like soapy water and I was like sloshing it, she was jumping up me thinking it was something exciting. She kills me up. She's so funny.
She's
I was
thinking
like, you
you've got
know,
a paddling pool up there.
oh yeah, she loves her paddling pool, don't she? Yeah, that's probably what it was. She's like, it's about time for me to get in that paddling pool. But yeah, so then I wet shaved, and I wet shaved because I was having tattoos today. So let's do the big reveal. Which side do you want first, left or right?
Left.
Okay, so left
You're the
side.
cutest.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
That's so cool. Lean in a little bit close to the camera.
Is that still on the camera? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That looks beautiful.
Just been done,
That's
so there
so
might still be
cool.
like ink and blood and everything everywhere. And then the other side, is that on camera?
I love the geometric and the flowers look gorgeous.
I'm
That's
not, I
really
don't know which
pretty.
side I love the most. Like, I love them both, but how do I ever choose? And now I'm like, I definitely don't want to grow my hair back now. They are way too pretty to cover up.
No, definitely. I
They're
can
so
see you
cute.
adding to them now that you've had that and realised it's
I
no biggie,
know.
I can do it.
That's the
So in
trouble,
terms
isn't
of
it?
pain, in terms of time it takes compared to like other tattoos you've had, how would you rate the pain, the experience?
So, first time ever that I used numbing cream, and I feel like that's a bit of a cheat, but I also feel like it's one of those things people they forget it's an option, don't they? So I usually do just, grit my teeth, and I quite enjoy the sensory challenge of it. But I have had my lips and my eyebrows done before, which is that semi-permanent makeup stuff, and they were horrendous. So I knew that the pain was going to be horrendous. So I kept looking at smaller and smaller designs and changing my design purely based on the pain. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to numb it, and then I can just go for it and, fully have what I want. So no pain whatsoever using the numbing cream, which was strange because part of me was like, don't think about it because I was still faint, just because I know that my body's going through trauma. So yeah, pain wise, can't comment, unfortunately. But time wise, it was probably about 90 minutes max. She's a real
Very
quick
cool.
worker, my tattoo artist. She's Eye of the Beholder, Tara Lara Lollipop in Leicester, for anybody that is
Shout
interested.
out
But
to her.
She's absolutely wicked. Shout out to her indeed. She's also AuDHD, so another fabulous neurodiverse icon to highlight. But yeah, she is amazing. Really, really like her. I think she's an incredible artist. It's like when I go to her for artwork as well, I just don't even stress about the outcome. I'm like, yeah, something like this, you know, because I just know she's so good at what she does. It will work out exactly how it's supposed to anyway. So.
No, definitely. You've clearly, it's her style that you like. Therefore, anything she manages to conjure up, you're like, yeah, perfect. It's like you've gone in my head and been like, that's what you want.
She's
really cool.
just qualified in eyebrows recently as well. So I'm so pleased. So I'm going to book in for microblading as well, I think, at some point. Now that I've got a bald head. My eyebrows are more important than ever.
You've got to really focus on this area.
Yeah, exactly. I just look like a potato.
Oh, no, not at all. It's like, it really does bring out your face. Like I know it seems obvious, but I've never seen so much of your face before.
No,
and it's so
weird.
bright and so pretty. Like, it's really nice. It's cool.
It's strange how having no hair actually does suddenly make your features the focal point of your face, because you assume that they are anyway, but the hair must be so much of the bigger picture, because now that there is no hair, like you say, it's just the features that you're left with, but the features look bolder. Like my smile looks bigger than ever.
No, definitely. And you're saying like you didn't have time to put makeup on, like your skin just looks fresh. It looks like cleared, you know what I mean? So it's almost like, I don't know if you're shedding
like
these
bright
like material needs, that what you need to be accepted in life. It's just proving us all you're a stunner no matter what.
That's the thing though, isn't it? It's like I do genuinely live my life like a big experiment. Like I don't really take anything too seriously. You know, I go for these big challenges, but I'm not putting loads of like expectation on them. It's purely just to see what happens. So, you know, to see how I'm treated, to see how my life differs, to see how it feels, all of these things. Like, but weirdly, like last night, because I'd wet shaved it, I was sat on the back seat and I mean, the stubble's already starting to come back through now, but I'd done that and it was just totally smooth, like no stubble or anything. And it actually freaked me out, where I was like, oh my God, are you meant to wet shave heads? Does hair, like, what if hair never grows back? Like, what if wet shaving it means it will never grow back? Or like, what if there's a direction you're meant to do it, else it messes up how your hair comes back? And I started getting really paranoid. It was dead strange, because then I was like observing that. Well, what's that then? Is that a fear of not having hair again in future? And because, you know, if I was ill or if I'd got alopecia, then chances are I'd be making the most out of this rather than like, you know, thinking about my hair coming back. But I think, yeah, it's fascinating because it shows how much emphasis we do actually put on our hair, and it's just hair.
No, definitely. I mean, you were mentioning, I can't remember what night it was now, but Monday night, was it? I popped over to you and you were saying about the new sensations that you get from your head now, that obviously, I mean, I've got the thinnest, it might be long, but I've got really thin hair. So I just assumed like if a wind's blowing, I can feel it just as much as any bald person. Do you know what I mean? But clearly, that's not the case, because you are literally picking up minute differences in the air.
Do you ever, so have you been in the sea before, and then like either a warm or a cold patch just goes over your body and you're like, oh, someone weed, or, you know, but it's a strange thing because you're like, the sea's one temperature, but then you get a patch of cold or hot water. That's what the air is like. I mean, any boldies watching this will be nodding along like, yeah, all right, obviously. But it's like the air is all one temperature. But then now and again, you don't change position, but you'll just get a real cold patch or a real hot. Like my head will start getting hot, and I'm like, what's changed? And then it's so weird. Or even like I'll get the sensation like I'm suddenly giving off loads of heat, as though my body's like opened a chimney somewhere to like release a load. It's those like subtle sensation changes. I mean, I'm sensitive processing like senses anyway, so you know, maybe I'm picking up on it more so because of the sensory processing. But I find it fascinating because I feel like my head's this big like gauge, and I'm like, oh, the temperature has just changed by minus 0.5 degrees.
I've become more autistic with the.
Yeah. I've shaved off my hair and my autism has become prevalent.
Suddenly, I am. What's the term? Savant when it comes to numbers,
Savant.
just because I cut my hair.
Even like yesterday, I just went through just about a 10-minute thing of being quite like, oh, like as though my hair was part of me and then it suddenly gone just so quickly. I don't know, it was just like this sentimental kind of feeling around it that like that's my hair that's been with me for like 2 years or 3 years or whatever it is. And even like and this skin has never seen the earth since I was a baby. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just all these weird. I mean, I love thinking deep about stuff anyway. So it's like I've
Oh,
been running
definitely.
with this topic.
Like people think they talk deeply about something, and then we're there like, no, we can keep peeling this back. Let's go down, and suddenly we're several miles further down. No, I'm the same because there's so many things to it. Like I know many people have shaved heads. I was in a
Yeah,
relationship with the guy with a shaved head.
yeah,
Without you saying that about feeling the sensitivities, kind of made me realize why he wears a hat.
yeah,
For
yeah,
in my head, like, I suppose you can kind of put this assumption on people, when they've got a shaved head, they wear hats to cover the fact they have a bald head, but I
yeah,
know he's not self-conscious in that way, so it never
yeah,
really had a, "Why are you trying to keep warm?" Even when the weather would be nice, I'd be like, "Why have you got a hat on?" And it I don't know if this is the reason, but it just
yeah.
makes you think about things that I
Appreciate
hadn't
it.
before. When you talk about touching the back of your head and it's like really, really soft, like smooth, like you said, I
Yeah,
cannot imagine what that feels
yeah.
like. Like,
That's the weird bit where it's like that shouldn't be smooth. There should be hair there, and it's like it's smoother than my bum. You know, like it's so soft, it's ridiculous. Like, what the hell?
as the new saying is, you've got skin like Lindsay's bum.
No, like Lindsay's head, like Lindsay's bald patch.
Lindsay's bald patch.
But I know what you mean with the sensory thing. That actually, it's one extra thing on top of everything to be processing is that information coming through your head. Oh, it's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. It's like if you just put a hat on, you eliminate that input of having to interpret what your head's feeling on top of everything else.
Yeah, definitely. You've got this
Levels it out.
constant, right? Rather
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
fluctuation. I think it's really
Mm.
interesting. And I suppose joining sensory processing with today's topic works really well,
Yeah.
right? I was trying to find like
Totally.
a it
No,
works.
you know, it does. And I was thinking along the same lines that, you know, we're talking about the things that we celebrate when it comes to our neurodiversity. So, yeah, sensitivity, sensory processing can certainly be one of those.
Definitely. And this week is about celebrating neurodiversity. So I wonder what, on the flip side, that same part of your brain that makes you struggle with sensory processing, in what areas does your brain thrive because of the same wiring?
Well, I do
Your
think I
face.
thrive. I just suddenly
Wow.
thought of one. I was thinking, oh, I don't know, but actually I've thought of two. I was going to say, like, look at the bus. You know, the decor of the bus is because I am so visually stimulated. I find colours and glitter and lots going on. Like, that is one of my joys. You know, it really gives me a boost. So my environment definitely reflects my own sensory perceptions, and the same with music. I may be super sensitive to noises and really struggle, but then on the same side, I get so much enjoyment from music that, you know, could one exist without the other? Potentially not.
No, definitely. It reminds me of a conversation I had today with a guy, one of the guys at Leicester Prison, and he was like, "Miss," which made me laugh anyway. Can you dress as a way of, like, showing your creativity? And I was like, "Yeah,
Uh,
man, that's exactly what that is." And I was like, "You didn't meet Lindsay yesterday, but she'll be here on Friday." I was like, "This is the if you were to look up at a dictionary, dopamine dressing, there is a picture of her next to it." Like, And this idea that you put things on because you're like, I love that, and it's going on my body right now. Like,
Yeah, I'm
there's so
gonna
many
display that
rules.
on me.
Yeah, why not? And if you've got the body to rock it, fantastic. It's awe-inspiring. As
So
someone who wears a lot of like grey and black and stuff.
why do you do that? Do you do that because you're afraid of standing out, or is that just, do you think it's just part of your style, or do you think it's a habit, or?
It's weird because sometimes I can wear stuff that's a little more out there, like yellows and a few more colours or whatever. I also just think like darker autumny colours suit me more. I don't know, with having dark hair,
Yeah.
white features. White features. That's so strange. Um,
But I mean, because
but
you've got a style, like your emo style, and like you are stylish, but perhaps like you just sway towards darker colours. It's
I
not a
mean, to be
negative.
fair, a lot of more emo stuff is available in black and dark colours, so maybe that is more of the if there was
Yeah,
pink versions of stuff, then I'm getting it generally.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
maybe it's the options I'm given.
yeah,
Um,
totally. So would you
but I also
say, do you struggle with your senses? Like, is there a particular sense that I know we're talking about this flip side, but like, is like your sensory processing, how does that affect you?
so I think a really big one for me is smell.
Oh,
I struggle if there's a smell going on, like if I know that there's something in the fridge that smells
yeah.
and I've closed it, the idea of going back in there just to clean it, just to get that thing out, I
Yeah,
know I'm
yeah,
like, oh, and I've got to like
really
hold my breath
sensitive.
for as long as I can. Um, in terms of like what really to the point where I don't realize it's getting to me quite as much is noise.
Yeah,
So I mean, you can see it all the time. I'm trying to talk. Something is happening in the distance, and rather than
yeah,
being able to focus on what I'm happening with, my brain goes, let's listen to that.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
unhelpful, but that's because what happens. But at the same time, I feel like the strengths that come from that is I there's certain smells that can literally transport me back to another time and literally make me feel a different age, a different
Oh,
time in my life.
God, yeah,
It's so powerful, isn't it? And like
yeah,
there's certain perfumes or certain aftershaves that remind me of certain people that have
yeah.
these sort of it's like they hold their whole profile in there.
Mm.
Um, certain foods or whatever, I feel like I can appreciate a lot more. There's some people that are like, "Oh, that's a common one I hear a lot is the spices drawer, the ethnic drawer sort of thing. We know when it's had
Yeah,
like curry powders and stuff like in. Some people
yeah,
are like,
yeah.
"Oh, that cupboard after a while stinks," but I love it.
I like that
I get
smell, yeah.
yeah, it just smells like a aroma.
Yeah, it's like an
There's an
exotic
aroma.
country or something.
Yeah, it makes me hungry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
It
just
really
got back
does.
and the gate was locked, and on the gate, as I was like undoing it, they've oiled it up because it gets stuck sometimes, but using cocoa butter. And I got
Ah,
a whiff of it, and I was like, "Is that just?" But at this point, the sun was just going down. It was still warm. There was like screams and music and stuff on the horizon from people that are
wow.
out in the gardens, and the smell of cocoa butter. Oh my god! I was immediately just like, "Summer, summer!" Yeah, like that feeling, that vibe off that smell.
No, definitely. Summer is a really key one, right? I feel like smelling suntan lotions,
Oh god,
cocoa
yeah.
butter. There's a type of
Barbecue smells.
oh god, I smelt it. Was it yesterday? It was like the first bit of sun in a while, and I could smell a barbecue. I was like, that's the British for you.
Yeah, did it? Met the bloody most of it. Summer might be over by tomorrow.
Oh, it was raining within 15 minutes, but that's not the
Oh
point.
no.
But Jost is saying, "Good evening. I love my baking ingredients cupboard. It smells of vanilla." Now that is a
Mm,
delicious smelling
that
cupboard.
is, yeah, that is another really nice smell as well. Vanilla, it's like sensual, but it can remind you of food, or it can remind you of like summer lotions and like having a good time. Oh God,
No,
brilliant smell.
definitely. I feel like no one can't like vanilla, right?
Vanilla's my favourite flavour of like milkshake and stuff, and I don't care if people think that's boring. I think it's legit nice.
I full on agree. Anyone that has this idea that vanilla is in any way boring, like even to get vanilla, have you seen these pods? They're so
Yeah.
fancy, they're so expensive.
Yeah. There's nothing basic about a vanilla pod. Brilliant.
It's justice for vanilla. It doesn't get the rap that it deserves. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what are some of the strengths and weaknesses. More
In
strengths, I
general,
suppose.
or still in senses? Are we opening it out to the full board?
Oh, that's a good point. If anyone can think of anything that they excel at because of their different brain wiring, please put it in the chat. We'd love to hear about it. But visually, I feel like too much stuff winds me up. And again, it's not like a cycle, like something I'm aware of until I'm like, oh, it's because there's too much stuff in my way right now. Sometimes when I'm driving, I'm like, what's wrong? And it's because the visor's down and I don't need it to be. I need it to be flipped up. But just that little thing, and I'm like, I'm suffocating. I can't see out the window.
God, isn't it crazy?
It's crazy. And then having the radio on when I'm trying to reverse park, I can't see as well.
Yeah,
What's
I
that
can't
about?
concentrate. I have to turn the music back down. The thing that was helping me concentrate, suddenly the thing that's like, oh, I need to shut up. And like talking of like there's too many things. That's what's going on here. It's cluttered because I've just been bringing stuff upstairs. I'll put that away another day. I'll put that away another day. So when I was like trying to set up, I was trying to plug my phone in, plug the light in, and I knew I'd only got a few minutes to do it. So I'm like, everything's in my way, you know, like, and just the stuff being in my way is so triggering. But then trying to get those USB plugs, because I live on a bus, so everything's 12 volt, and I have got normal plugs when I'm hooked up, but everything's just those USB plugs. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then it won't go in that way. So you turn it around, won't go in that way either. Like, who designed them? They don't go in.
I fully know what you mean. Give me a top and a bottom.
Yeah, so I know which way round it's meant to be.
Yeah, and make sure it's the same in every device, that the hard bit without the hole is at the bottom and then the holy bit is at the top. So I know not to keep, but you put it in that way and you're like, oh, it can't be that way because it's not working. So you change it and you're like, no, that's definitely not it. So why wasn't it going the first time?
Yeah, that, oh God, winds me up.
Lance O'Keefe says, sorry that you're bold.
I know, I'm not sorry I'm bold.
What do they think happened?
But I'm not sorry. I didn't lose a bet.
Sorry, you're bold.
I'm gonna start saying that to people already.
That's like the goal. Like
I know. Hey, I always draw a little arrow on the top of my USB plugs. Is there a top? Then
someone get this man.
My plug's going sideways though, so it's like there's no top or bottom. It's like whether it's facing that way or that way, like because the plugs are long ways. They're not that way. So
okay.
Yeah. So there is no kind of top or bottom.
But something that lines up with it, so like a white dot on the top, and then a white dot at the top of the thing.
But then the trouble is as well, because my plug socket things, we'll move on from this in a sec, I know it's really boring, but my plug sockets have got like a circular cap over them that spin up. But sometimes, because of the way that they needed to be fitted, we had to do them upside down so they spin down. So even if I got it into my head, oh, this way's always left, they side on the left, it wouldn't be the same in every socket on the bus anyway, because some are different. Just had to get that out there. But just going back to flipping the negatives into a positive, something that I find a positive. So my brain is very intense on things. It's like if I get an idea in my head, I'm going to pursue that idea. And that is something that, although I don't finish every idea that I start, but I do learn a lot of skills. I have a lot of fun experiences from those ideas. And you know, I've accomplished lots of crazy different things because when I've got an idea, I'm quite motivated that I'm gonna, well, I just like hyperfocus, I suppose is what I'm getting at. That's a positive. But then the flip side is having so many ideas that I don't always finish them. So, you know, it's cherry picking the good with the bad in it so that you can cope with the negatives.
Yeah, I suppose it's like, do you get any more done, or is there just so many more ideas than the neurotypical brain, and the same amount of work gets done?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
But no,
But
I
it's
do I do think though that neurodiverse do have more, well, I don't know, I'm going to say this, but have more like passion towards their projects because you have this like special interest almost, don't you? And then you have an intensity around it. So as with our work, yeah, there's times both of us wish our brains would just engage or allow us to kind of like start something and actually finish it. But on the other hand, would we be so passionate about what we're doing? Would we be able to adapt the way we do? Would we find creative solutions for every problem we encounter if we weren't neurodiverse? So it's kind of like you could take away the issues, but would you be left without the positives?
no, definitely. It's strange, right? Because I always think if I had a neurotypical profile where I could accept authority, I could
Mm,
accept any demand that's given to me, I am consistently where my employer needs me to be, I'm exactly where society needs me to be,
yeah.
then yeah, maybe
But then where
I
would you stand
wouldn't
with your
be
passion
drawn.
projects? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be busy at work at the 9 to 5 grind thinking that's what I have to do to be
Yeah.
successful. It's only through you get taught that that is the way, right? Go to school, go to university / get a good job and progress from there.
Yeah.
Don't get misled by drugs, alcohol. It seems like a very simple lesson to learn. It's not as hard, much harder when put into practice. But I feel like it's only through that I was like, okay, well, what have I got then? What can I make work for me? And
Yeah.
what can I do to make me feel happy? I might not
Yeah.
have a business or a development that I'm progressing in and making £100,000 deals, but I'm able to create this picture for someone that they really like, and
Yeah.
I
And
see it
you're
on their
productive
wall when I
and
go
stuff,
round.
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, would I swap that? Definitely not.
That's what it comes down to, isn't it? It's like chatting today whilst having my tattoo done as well, because my tattooist is neurodivergent. We were like, you know, having our brains is exhausting on a day in, day out basis of like the amount of self-talk that you're doing, whether that's just to build yourself up to do something you know needs doing or to keep yourself calm in situations or whatever it is. But it is mentally exhausting. Like I quite often I'm so excited about the evening thinking, oh, I'm gonna get on with that article or I'm gonna get on with that video that I want to edit. But by the time I've got in, I've cooked and everything like that, I am drained. And I'm like, that is from the mental exertion of just purely functioning. And that's the bit that I find upsetting, really, because you think there's so many other people out there that haven't got the knowledge we've got and the coping techniques we've got that aren't able to realize that that's what's going on and are probably just adding to it by calling themselves for being that way, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, no, definitely. I enjoy getting incredibly obsessed with
Right.
projects. They take over my mind and life for a few weeks. Fantastic. Sometimes we
Yeah.
just need to escape, right, from the reality that is global news on a daily basis at this point, and economies all around the world are struggling. So there's going to be less people that are having access to things and more people that are needing the support. So
Yeah.
it's more important than ever. Um,
I mean, creativity, right? That's pretty much like, and for me, it's a real neurodiverse trait. So it's if any time somebody says about celebrating something to do with neurodiversity, the first thing that comes to mind is everything that comes under creativity. It's not just doing a picture, you know, painting a picture. It's expressing yourself, it's music, it's acting, it's everything that being logical isn't. Like,
Yeah, it's that thinking outside the
creativity is a
box.
form, yeah, it is a form
Yeah,
of intelligence, isn't it? It's like, that even like having a laugh about things, being able to look on the bright side, those things to me are neurodiverse as well. Like I've worked over 15 years with neurodivergent students, and the one thing that I've noticed is that, they can have a hell of a laugh. Like we can have a real good banter, real quick-witted. It's always the ones you don't expect as well. They just come out with some right corkers. Like even like this one was pretty obvious, but it was still funny. Like earlier, me and some of the lads went out for a walk because they'd done loads of the work and it was a bit hyper. And I was wearing like a hooded zip up top. And because the sun was blazing, I'd got sun cream on my head, but I thought I don't risk it with knowing I've got a tattoo as well, like having my head out in 18 degrees. So I'd got like just the hood over my head and then like a cape. And then I went, "Hey, do I look like that weirdo kid from school?" And like went, "Yeah," and started running. You know how they did with like the cape sticking out. Everyone remembers that kid at school. Yeah. And they all just looked at me, and one of them went, "You are that weirdo kid from school." But I was just like, "Oh yeah, so I am."
fair enough.
Yeah, like actually, yeah,
Right.
I am.
Oh, okay.
But I love
Kill
it
me.
when they rip me, because then I know we've got a bond in a relationship for them to do that. Do you see what I mean? Like the fact that he knows me well enough to just be like, "You are that weirdo kid from school." I was like, "Oh yeah, I am, aren't I?" Like, oh, that killed
No,
my
definitely.
joke.
And to be able to say it to you in like a funny banterish way, the same they would with their mates, and it's not coming at you
Yeah.
as like just a shitty retort back to a teacher sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, like
Oh,
yeah,
bless
it's
them.
like said with love kind of thing. Like but yeah,
Oh,
sense
bless
of
them.
humor is something that I would say has got to be celebrated when it comes to neurodiversity.
My God, yeah. I mean, mood, sense of humor, the way you look, I can have such a negative view sometimes and such a really down in the dumps way of thinking. But at the same time, I've got a brain that can really appreciate silly, ridiculous comedy and find comical value um, where it needs to be found, right? Some areas, like we say, life is crap. So if we
Yeah.
can fill it with more joy and more laughter, then I'm all for it. And if that comes at the expense of being ripped into / ripping into a friend with peace and love, um,
Yeah,
it's happening.
it's got to be done.
Yeah, definitely. If yeah, it's got to happen. Um, Isn't that strange as well? I feel like you know when you're not in the right company, when you're having a banter and a laugh, and then someone's like, "Oh," you're like, "Oh, they
Yeah.
took that seriously."
Yeah, or like where they don't take it seriously, but they don't laugh, like they don't humor you, or that like, and you just think, "Oh, you're a big load of fun, aren't you?" Like, just lighten up. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah, I told you, I literally it happened to me, didn't I? At the eye eye clinic. Oh, my
Yeah.
eye's good now, guys. Pretty much. Do you know what's
Hey.
happened? It's still swollen, but I have such swollen like underbank, whatever they're called, dips,
Yeah.
sandbanks. That now it does look like I've had filler and I've just got a nice even, but with a bit of a bruise. I
Brilliant.
haven't
You
been
should,
smacked, guys. There's no
you
punching. I
will get
realise
eye
as the
infection.
days go on, it looks more and more
Yeah,
like a black eye.
bruising. I've
But
not,
no,
yeah, we've not been like scrapping behind the scenes, or she's been beat up in prison.
but we've joined Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
Um,
get teaching in a prison. No, I'm joking. But yeah, all good. And apologies to last week for missing it because it was like
can't be helped. It can't be helped. There's a good question in the chat. Do you want to take it?
if you talked long enough after losing your train of thought, would you get back on track?
We do.
Wait, is that the cue? If you've just solved, I'm just supposed to keep going. Wait, yeah, eventually, right? You keep doing left turns, you're going to end up back at your right place.
Yeah. Because that is one thing actually that I find so frustrating when you're having a really good conversation and you know what you're going to say, and then it just goes out of your head and it makes you look like such a fool sometimes. I can be halfway through my sentence and then forget where I'm going with it. And it makes me feel like the other person is thinking that I've suddenly changed my mind about what to say, and that I do remember what to say, but I've realized I shouldn't say that in front of them or something like that. Like, it makes me then start to
Yeah.
overthink it, which distracts me even more. So it's great, like, you know, if it's someone like yourself, because you know it's just a trait, so it's like it's fine. But you know, I'm so much more on edge when I'm talking to a stranger or presenting to a room of people that don't understand, because all I'm thinking is, oh my God, if I lose track, they're going to think I'm an idiot.
No, I'm exactly the same. I feel like, again, it feeds into that imposter syndrome, right? Where it's like, oh my God, this inability to consistently speak how normal people speak must show that I'm making all this up and I'm actually shouldn't be trusted. It's very like, I wouldn't trust me. Oh my God. Someone
not
started
capable.
just like tailing off and just saying random things and then being like, and yeah, I'd be like, well, they didn't know what they're on about. It's just
But
not the truth.
that's the thing, like this tactic of like just keep talking long enough. You can't, can you? Because losing your train of thought is so distracting in itself and
Okay.
frustrating.
How does that? Surely there's a way of doing that, right? Because maybe it is a way of just snapping out of it, like a little electrical current, a little like
Yeah.
shock water, hot cold water therapy, where it just resets the brain. So if you start to feel your brain disappearing, your thoughts are disappearing, and you can see the person's eyes get closer and closer at you as they're waiting for you to think of the next thing to say. So if we just think, I don't know, giraffe. Giraffes are massive, and I really like giraffes.
start
And you just
randomly
start
talking.
anything. Will you eventually? Because it does happen, right? The next person starts talking, you're like, "Oh, I remembered now. I remembered now."
Well, that's what I was actually thinking, is that the tactic, which we know, is just carry on talking about something else. And then the minute that person starts telling you something else, you're like, oh, sorry, I've just remembered what I was going to say now. It's definitely, don't try and think of it. The tip is, don't worry about it. Just talk about other things and it will come back around. Because again, although that's a weakness, a strength of ADHD having a chat, me, you, and Kat, who's just turned up, could be having a conversation and all three of us will just keep stopping and starting, and eventually we'll get the full conversation out. So I quite like the way ADHDers talk like that, where you can go from one thing to another thing, back again, and like,
Me too,
and it's
but I
cool.
feel sorry for a neurotypical brain that's in the mix. Like, what?
Yeah. Or even like my dad's style, which is he finds the sudden changes really overwhelming, almost triggering, where he's like, hold on, what are you talking about now? You know, like he was following what you were saying and then I'll change conversation, and he doesn't like that. So there's definitely the two sides of the coin when it comes to it. Sorry, we've got a request to see the tattoos again. So we're just gonna have one more reveal. Dun, dun,
For anyone
dun.
that has missed it.
Can you see it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I'm not sure if I'm just turning around, and then this side. Can you see it? Right, just showing the camera my ear. Okay, cool. Pat will be happy as you can see. What do you think, Del?
It's hard, isn't it? You feel like, okay, I'll show you my head. You're
Yeah,
like, no, I can't see it. You're like,
yeah, like I might. If you ever tried to take a photo of the back of your head, and it's like I've tried to on 2 occasions. Once when I got all my things knotted, and then once to see my birthmark now that it's shaved. And yeah, it's really hard to take the photo of the back of your head.
I completely agree. I've tried to do, I can't remember what it was now. It was something recent. Oh, I had this spot here, and I just wanted to see if it had like a head on it, if it was similar to what was there or just a spot.
Yeah.
Just trying to get. So, like, I didn't realize that if you just press the volume button, you can take pictures on phones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Just learned that today. I've been trying to figure out a plan where the
how to
circle is,
press. Yeah,
turning it
yeah,
around to get that, and I'm like, it's not flashing, so it can't be on the thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
every time I get it back, it's like, here.
Yeah, yeah. It's
What's wrong with me?
Brilliant. And I don't think that's a neurodiverse thing. I think that's just, and again, it could be a
The way then.
coordination issue.
That says, "Wow, they're amazing. I love them. How is the pain?"
I really love them too. Well, I don't want to spend too long on this because everyone else has heard it already, but I used numbing cream. So life hack of the year. Anybody that's scared to get a tattoo, numb that bitch.
No, I
It's brilliant.
love it. No, do you know what? I've rather than people saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't use it. It's for weak
Pussy holes.
people, whatever."
Yeah.
I more heard the argument that it's not that great. It's just like a really what's the word where it doesn't go that deep, superficial. It's a very like, but it sounds like it actually really helped. So I think the
Oh,
information really helpful.
yeah, it really helped me. I bought extreme numbing and so some companies are better than others. And I think if you're having a longer tattoo, that's the problem because it does start to wear off. But the one that I bought was apparently 8 hours worth of numb. So,
Okay.
you can get a good session, but that's the trouble. If it starts to wear off while they're working on you, your body's not used to it. And then suddenly it's like harder
Yeah,
to deal with because you've not got used to it throughout. So I think
I
that's the
can imagine.
downfall. But I know that they've brought out a spray now so that you can keep spraying it on during the tattoo because that was the issue before, is
Wow.
the application. So there is a clear
Right. Yeah,
spray that's now out so that you can keep spraying it on. So
that's really
options,
cool.
options. Yes.
Love this information. Would you read another person's diary without their permission?
Never.
Never.
No. It's just a flat no,
Um,
unfortunately. There's no juiciness there because I just wouldn't.
yeah, my autistic brain is like, wait, I can answer that in a different way. There's got to be. If I found my nanny's old diaries from, she's not been alive
Oh,
since like the 90s.
yeah, then you
Um,
will.
yeah, 100%. Anyone living, anyone that's passed away in the last 5 years that I'm not that close to, definitely not. I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's certain barriers, and I suppose that's different to other people, right?
Yeah. I
People have
mean,
different.
I certainly wouldn't. I'm a massive believer as well that like it's none of your business what someone else says even about you behind your back. It's like it was said behind your back for a reason. It's let it go. It's not meant to be heard by you. And it's the same with the diary. Like, have you not seen Bridget Jones's diary and what happens when he reads the diary, Mr. Darcy? It nearly ruins everything. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. The only time that it may be useful is for parents with kids, like you don't want to break their trust, but on the other hand you suspect that they're being like groomed or doing something that's severely endangering them. If it's for somebody else's own, to make sure that they don't get themselves
No,
into serious danger, then fair enough.
yeah, definitely. I feel like whether it's the police coming round or me having a very, very, very strong inkling, you've got to be sure, right? If you're going to
Yeah,
be making those kind of moves, that it is for their best interest.
that's
And
a good
yeah,
comparison. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there.
no, no, that was it.
But that's a good comparison. If you're on the verge of reporting it to the police, that's how worried you are, then yeah, because that's what the police will do, is they'll
Yeah,
say, do you know where the diaries are? Is there any way of finding out? Can you go through their phone, whatever? So if that's where you're at, then yeah, that's a good
yeah.
gauge.
I feel like maybe going through the phone, although it feels a bit more invasive to the average person. I know a lot more about me is on my phone than in my diary necessarily.
Mm.
Um, but for kids, I feel like their phone would be enough access to what you need to know without going into a diary. It would be,
These days, yeah, it is, isn't it?
yeah, I
It's the
feel like
new.
if you've checked the phone, then and there's nothing that you can gather from there, or you still need further information, then fine. It
Mm.
is really difficult though, right? I feel like generally it can be answered with a pretty straight no. There is some outlying circumstances, but this idea of like, I think my partner's cheating on me, I'm gonna read their diary. At that point, you've already got
That
mistrust because you've got these
that's the
feelings.
thing. Yeah,
Talk
I always
about
think
them
that
and
even.
sort it out, or leave.
Yeah, even with the phone, it's the same, innit? It's like if you've got that inclination to go through somebody's phone, there's bigger issues that need addressing than that aren't going to be answered by you going through the phone. You're just
No,
going to find something
definitely.
out that you wish you hadn't, and then have to find a way to approach them about the thing that you found out that you never should have known in the first place.
Definitely. It's hard, right? Because there's also that, again, my autistic brain thinking there are certain circumstances. And it's gone. But giraffes are incredible, and they're really tall, and they're
Can you work
summoned
out what the bag
crosses.
says behind me? That might make it come back.
Only that's a naughty word.
Yeah.
Only
Use
some
plastic.
use plastic bags. That's well cool.
only that rhymes with bags use plastic bags. It's hilarious, isn't it? My mum,
So
bless her
good.
soul, I made it. She didn't realise when she wanted a bag at Audi. I just handed it her, and she was like strutted her stuff around Audi with it. Had it for, and then she had it for a while. And then she was driving back from here, helping me with the bus in the van, and the van broke down. And the guy came to help with the van, and there was the bag propped up on the seat, like only Slag used plastic bag. She was like, "Oh God!" Like the first time that she was like, "Oh no."
Got that all right.
Yeah, but that didn't
Speaking
help
of
you
your
remember
mum,
your didn't help you
no,
remember
not
your
at
brain
all.
into it.
But it went off
Sorry.
to a nice, better, more important divergent. So that's way better. But I'm gonna say, mentioning your mum has also bold with you. She took to having his head shaved on the same night. You were raising
That's
money
so
together.
brave.
It's so cool, and it was her idea initially, right?
Yeah, so usually it's me that has these crazy ideas, and even now people are commenting, like, "Oh, I'm so pleased your mum did it with you." I'm like, "No, I did it with her. It was her idea, her crazy idea." She's very passionate about trying to find some kind of cure or a better way to support people with fibromyalgia, as her partner has suffered for 6 years, pain every day, chronic fibromyalgia. Um, and it's a similar thing to ADHD, in the sense that because it's an invisible disability, it's one of those that you've got people using it, you've got people disbelieving it, and then you've got people who really are suffering that are like kind of in the middle of the, it's just one big spectrum. It's the same with ADHD. Some people find it really super hard to manage. Some people find it just mildly annoying, and thrive with it. And it's the similar kind of thing, isn't it? But that was her reason for wanting to shave her head. I think she felt so like powerless otherwise to raise money for the Pain Relief Foundation. But I was going to ask you, Steph, are you okay to put the link in the description? So because
Certainly can. Let me write that down.
we're gonna keep the fundraiser going for like probably about one more week, just because we're on 43% of the target, so we really want to get to 50% before we
Yeah, that's wicked.
close
Let
it
me
up.
do it
So
now.
thank
Bold
you. So
and
yeah,
bold, right? Just
yeah,
giving.
it's just giving, and it's BOLD bold and BALD bold. It should, is it brought it up? It's justgiving.com/crowdfunding. But yeah, so anybody that wants to add to our fundraising total, the link will be in the description. It would be absolutely fantastic if you could add to that. Even if everybody watching this just donates £1, like honest to God, that would be so amazing. Like we've got so many followers and supporters that that would make such a huge difference if everybody donated £1. So if you've not found it, Steph, I can always message it to you afterwards.
Is the link on the website?
No, it's not on the Bus Different website. It's in my link tree, which is on my Insta profile, my TikTok profile.
Stay with me. We'll do it together, and then we definitely know that it's there.
So hold on, I'll get it. It should come up on mine because I've searched it so many times. Oh no, it's not crowdfunder, it's Just Giving. Oh, I'm on a different phone, aren't I? That's my phone. That's
Yeah,
why
I'm
it's
trying to
not
do it
full.
through a computer.
Yeah, weird. Not the same as doing it through your phone. I hate it when I write something and it doesn't just auto correct it for me. Like, why don't you just let that slide? You auto-correct the F word to duck every time without fail.
Mine corrects my words. You know, when I've put something, I'm like, no, that's the spelling. EITHER. That's either.
Yeah.
It's got this like line underneath it. I'm like, what's your beef?
That's so annoying, isn't it? When it's not correcting the thing that you want it to, but it isn't. I don't know, one way around, whichever way around that is.
Infuriating. See, I found it before, and I don't understand why.
Are you on my Insta? Are you on Instagram?
No, Instagram won't show me it because it won't sign in on my
Oh,
computer.
right, yeah. Well, I'll tell you it. It's justgiving.com.
Oh, okay.
I've just got it up on mine, so.
Justgiving.com.
/crowdfunder.
Crowdfunder.
And then it should be. Oh, God, it's got a load of. /crowdfunder / bold and bold, but BOLD and BALD is the way round.
And the word, right? Not the
Yeah.
symbol.
And that should bring it up. 43%. Yeah.
Crowdfunder, bold and bold, directory not found.
You got justgiving.com /crowdfunder /.
Yeah. Try
I
again.
wonder if I can write it in the notes. I mean, in the chat. What, is it not coming up?
No.
I'm going to comment it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, and then you'll. But
fantastic.
I've got to. For some reason, when you try and share it, it shares the link with all this crap after it instead of just the justgiving.com /crowdfunder bold and bold. Then it has all this other stuff after it that's not needed. So I'm just trying to delete all of that, but I suppose it doesn't really matter.
I mean, if it's there in the link, then it's just a clickable link in it. So it's not like I have to copy it. Sorry, guys, bit of admin. Join us for some admin.
Right, I've added it to the chat. I think it should be on there. I don't quite see it on my end. Maybe it's the delay. So then you can copy it out of there, hopefully, and put it into the live stream has ended. Oh no, whose live stream did I just put that into? Not ours.
It's not come to us.
Oh my god.
My glasses are steamed up.
I don't know whose live stream I've just commented that in.
It'll be on your history. In your history on
Okay.
YouTube.
Someone's saying that they think links might be blocked and that might be the problem.
What?
Right, are you kidding? It's my it's my show. You can't block me from my own show. It's fine. I'll send it to you after the show and you can put it into the description. At least we've spent the last 5 minutes talking about my fundraiser now, guys. Sorry about that, but hopefully it convinces one of you to donate.
Please.
All the hassle we have to go through.
Right, I have found the link on Facebook. It is going in the thing. Make this worth it, guys. Like go and, like she said, £1.
I think Joss tried to do it for us as well. I tried to copy and paste, but I think links are blocked, so it's done it for me. But I appreciate the help there. Thank you.
Held for review. I'm going to show it. And I don't know if this is the one, but another moderator has handled this. No, it hasn't. I'm the only one.
Someone very angry.
Grr. Is mind reading bad?
I think that would be
It's a good
thingy of
topic.
someone's trust, wouldn't it? Yeah. We are going to look at telepathy in one of the topics in one of the future episodes. And with telepathy, with psychic ability, with intuitive ability, with being able to remote view, there does come an element of responsibility, which comes down to, you know, do you read someone that's not asked to be read and things like that. And if you've got very, very strong intuition, what you find is a lot of people don't walk around with it switched on all the time because it is so overwhelming. So they do naturally shut it down a bit, just purely because otherwise you're just taking in too much information. But also, this lady once on a podcast got asked, you know, if you can tell the future, why don't you just like read your own future? And she was like, because I'm experiencing life the same way everyone else is. Like, I don't always want to know what's coming. Like, I want to experience life. Like, and I was like, that is such a lovely way to look at it, that just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know?
No, definitely. And I feel like it answers kind of I feel like a lot of these topics get used in like pop culture films and stuff like that, where um they start to show like where it's this curse but also a gift, where like yes, they can speak to whether it's spirits or to I don't know what other
Yeah,
things
they could
people could
read
be
someone's
contacting.
mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Or reading someone's mind, yeah. But then it will show that they can't switch that off, and it's like
Yeah.
it might be quite cool that there's one where
What women want.
there's what women, yes, oh my god,
What a
yes.
film.
I was thinking Shallow Hal, but that's not it.
Oh, that's
That's
a
a
wicked
different
one, but it's a similar, yeah, it's got a great concept, hasn't it? That he only can see the really true beauty of people, not the aesthetic beauty.
Yeah, and again, it kind of shows the negative side of that, which is fucking stupid. But
Do you think?
yeah, it shows this like you can't switch it off. There's a Ricky Gervais one as well, The Invention of Lying or
Yeah,
something like that, where he just hears everyone's true thoughts constantly.
yeah,
And it's not the fun secret like ooh that it's made out to be without thinking of that. But this idea that you can actually switch it off and you can channel into it and out of it
yeah.
feels like a lot more
Liar, liar.
digestible.
Yeah, and I think in
Liar,
a
liar, that's
way
it.
though, it's a nice way to wrap up, because essentially what those films are doing is what we're doing around neurodiversity, that there is pros and there is cons. And just because we hear a lot about the struggles doesn't mean there's not strengths, and just because sometimes we promote the strengths doesn't mean we don't recognize the struggles. So, you know, it's a very poignant way to kind of round off what we've been saying.
I agree. This duality of there is no light without dark, there is no chaos without, there is no peace
That's
without
it.
chaos, etc.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that is what the world is made up of, as well as duality. Like my life, my personal life has been very much about getting to grips with the fact that I'm a pendulum that swings from one extreme to the other with everything. But that's the duality of life, and it's about being
Yeah.
able to balance those things. And talking of duality, we have the spring equinox on Friday, which is fabulous. It's kind of like the start of the year, start of
Fantastic.
spring.
And you have a witchy workshop, right? Is there any spaces for people to join, or is they
There's
booked up?
only 2 spaces left. So yeah, so there is 2 spaces. It's available on busdifferent.com. It's called Rituals and Readings, and it's like a kind of very relaxed, informal celebration style workshop where we'll be doing spell bags and having a bit of fun with tea leaf reading. But whilst those activities are going on, Ishi, who is a very good comedian and spiritualist, will be taking people off for a one-to-one reading during that time. So yeah, 2 spaces available, listed in the busdifferent.com shop if you want to book onto that. But and then the following week, a week on Saturday, March the 28th, we have our spring installment of the women's mindset workshops. So we had the winter one already, and the theme was very much about kind of like rest and restoration and taking things easy, whereas now we're spring, so we're springing forward, we're cleansing, we're shaking off the winter energy, we're getting clear on our intentions, and we're learning how to manifest them. So the vibe will be totally different, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But there's about, I don't know, there's quite a few spaces still left on that one. That's also on the shop, so if you're interested, if you're a that one is female only, get booked on.
Yeah, very cool. The Bus Different link is in the description, and now so is the Just Giving Bold and Bold right at the top. Cannot be missed. So
really
please,
get to 50%.
Yes, or join onto a workshop if you wish to. I feel like they're fantastic. I've joined them myself, and they're really fun. They're really informative, and the women's workshop one as well. Fantastic. You've got the likes of Serge, Estelle, and Lindsay, obviously, all coming together and bringing you their trifecta of information, power, beauty.
Exactly. Three for the price of one. So yeah, really good that one is. Yeah,
fantastic. And the people that attend as well are always absolutely beautiful people. You will enjoy these workshops no matter what walk of life you come from, I promise. So check them out if you wish to.
Thank you. Thank you, Steph.
And everyone's saying bye. We're being ushered off. Get yourself on, girls. We're running over time.
No, we appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to Dane. Thank you to Jorst, who is I did see at one point was number one fan. Cat, palindromatic dad.
I like that.
Thanks, guys. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been fun, and we shall see you next week for parody religions.
Oh, how exciting. That is going to be brilliant. I'm really looking forward to that topic.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully my eye isn't swollen.
Fully healed. Yeah. We'll be back with full force, ready to go.
Have a lovely evening, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday.
And I'm going to message you after this about Friday.
Okay, perfect. Me, by the way, guys. Awesome. Night, guys. Thanks for joining us. Take care.
See you soon.